Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's clayrammage, back again, this time with a what's sold video. It's been a while since I've done a sold video for numerous reasons. One of them was because my computer kind of ran out of space in one sense, and that the software wasn't working to record it. I'm not exactly sure what that was all about. So hopefully we'll be able to get through this. But with this case, I wanted to share just, it's a random mix of stuff I've sold over the last month, and probably more like 3 weeks. But I wanted to kind of walk you through my thought process on some of these items and how I have generated some of these sales. So let's just get into it, and I'll talk about it as we go through, because that's how I am. I don't like a lot of talk. I like to just explain it as we go. So anyway, here we go. First item, I picked up a lot of these crewel kits or embroidery kits. Some are crewel work, some are cross stitch, and different kinds. So I've got a whole slew of them listed, and so some of them are starting to sell, which is great. So this one, most of them are listed between $10 and $20, and I do really well at that price range. And especially when most of these I pick up at the bins for 50 cents, 75 cents. It's a great return on your investment. So that was good. The next one, last summer, it was in the spring, Cindy and I went to a garage sale. It was kind of a house clean out garage sale. They had a few things there, but they had a huge dumpster in front. So we ended up dumpster diving, and they had a slew of music books. And so I pulled out a bunch of these music books and have subsequently sold a number of them on eBay. And there's one coming up that you'll see is quite valuable. So, so this one was $10 plus shipping, and these ship media mail because they're books, and so the shipping is really inexpensive. Here's this one. There were two of these Genesis music books, and both of them are quite collectible. Apparently there weren't that many of them. And this one I did originally had both of them at $100 each, but I've slowly dropped the price to $75, and then I sent out offers, and that's how this one sold. Sent out an offer, and I allowed counter offers. So if I sent an offer for, like in this case, I sent the offer for $60 and they accepted the $60. But if I sent it for $60 and they counter offered with $50, then I could accept the $50. And again, since I paid nothing for these, it's an incredible deal. So I was excited about that one. And along with crewel kits, scarves, and hankies, I've come across a lot of those lately. And again, I'm doing fairly well with them. This is one I found at the bins, as opposed to I got a large auction lot of scarves as well, but this one was one from the bins. So sold this one for $10 plus shipping. And the great thing about these, super easy shipping, first class, padded envelope, and away we go. Now this is one of these items I've had down at the Pink Elephant, thinking it would sell down there because we sell a lot of vintage office related supplies, but this one didn't sell. So I brought it back, put it on eBay, and it sold in a couple days. I don't understand how that works, but it works well for me. So this is just a little mail holder for your desk. So it's original label, and sold for $10 plus shipping. So I like it. Picked up these set of 4 prints at a garage sale this summer, and I think I paid like $2 for them all. And they're not in the best of shape, but because they're American quarter horses, which is always an exciting subject matter, these sold for $40 plus shipping. Actually, I think I sent an offer, and I think they sold for $30 plus shipping. Which I don't know why it doesn't always show that on my page, but it doesn't. So anyway, this was 2 years ago. I bought a lot of over 100 premium promotional watches. In other words, they're ones like for Kellogg's cereal, you could send in and get a, Tony the Tiger watch, that kind of thing. And so that's what this whole lot was. I've sold off all of the more valuable ones. These I had down at the Pink Elephant because they were, $3 to $5 each. and sold some down there. But this is what was left over, and I was just tired of them getting all messed up and having to straighten up all the time. So I just put them as a lot out on eBay in an auction format, starting at I think like $10. And there's 37 of them. So sold for $31, and it was basically just to clear out the rest of it. I needed to move some merchandise, and this was a great way to do it. I'm still making money because I was already in the money, and now I have less inventory, which is part of what I needed to do with these. So, and this, I picked up 2 CBs at the bins recently, and I have no way of testing them, and I didn't know how to best way to test them. So when I got back, I paid $1.20 for each for them. That's what the electronics cost now is at the bins. And so I said, well, they're both good quality, both in great condition. So I said, well, I'll just throw them out here as an auction starting at $10. I'm still making money even if they sell at 10. They sell for more, great. Well, this one, which was I thought the less desirable one, ended up selling for $81 on auction. So I was excited about that, plus shipping. So, but the other one, which I thought was more valuable, only sold for $10.50. So I had like 2 bidders on that one. Didn't go very far. But again, I'm making money on both of them. They were fairly heavy to ship, so they costed a little more, but people have that in mind when they buy these things. So that was good. I picked this up at the bins. It's a little toothbrush holder, ceramics, probably from the 1940s. In great condition, no chips, no cracks, no stains. So I threw that out there for $15, and away it goes. And again, stuff like this, people with older houses, when they're remodeling or restoring, they're looking for these type of pieces. So when I find these vintage 20s, 30s, 40s house accessories, wall plates, bathroom toothbrush holders, cup holders, that kind of stuff, I always pick them up and sell them. Sometimes they're a long tail item. They take a while to sell. Sometimes they sell right away. Well, like this one did. And the people commented when they got it that it worked perfect. Okay, I got a large lot of stuff from my friend Debbie from her family's, 3 generations of stuff. And I've talked a little about that before, this personal haul that I did with them. And one of the things they did was these wonderful children's hankies with these ducks. And there was a number of them in there, and I've sold all but 3 of them now. But I was selling them in lots of 3 for $10, and then I raised my price to $12, $13, $12.99. And they're still selling almost immediately at that price. But they're just darling, all brand new, never used. So, and I think I've sold 4 lots of these. So yeah, I pick these up at the bins when I find them because they're very small. They're the tiny candlestick holders made in West Germany. And so I had 5 of them this year to throw out there on eBay for Christmas. Because again, you pay, 10 cents each for them. And I sold the 5 of these for $16.99. So good return. And they don't take up much room to store. Also, earlier this summer, back in May, I picked up $100 I paid for a jewelry craft lot. And this was one of the pieces, I believe that the person who did it, who was a jewelry artist, and she changed her style, so she was getting rid of what she felt was all of her surplus stock. So this was one of the pieces in there, which I thought was a beautiful pendant. So I threw that out on eBay, and so that sold for $10 plus shipping. And I sold I more than made my money back on that lot, because I sold a number of other pieces individually in there as well as putting them in, large lots for crafting. So this we picked up at a garage sale this summer for $1. It's an Irish wedding anniversary, telling you all the different anniversaries and what the appropriate gift would be for those. And it's Irish linen made made in Ireland by Ulster. Sorry, I was trying to read that. So this sold for $12.99. Again, it was one of those things sitting around. I'm like, I just need to move merchandise. So I threw it out there and it sold. So I was excited about that. This was one of my oldest items I have listed. Finally sold. It's been out there 2 years now. And I kept lowering the price. This is the German Democratic Republic That's what the GDR stands for. Beautiful elephant. I had picked up a large lot of elephant stuff early on when I started doing this, which learned my lesson doing that. I overpaid. I have made money, but I overpaid for a lot of this stuff. So I'm just trying to move the merchandise now. So $15 plus shipping for that. And I found this at the bins. It's a vintage park and shop board game, but it was all just these pieces plus the board plus the cover. So the box was not really there other than the cover. So I bought it all with the intention of parting it out, which I did. And so I sold all the parts for $25 plus shipping. So that was a good deal. This is another item I had down at the Pink Elephant for a long time, but I'm finding these types of carafes do not sell at the Pink Elephant. So I brought it home, threw it on eBay, and it sold like within a week for $30 plus shipping. So, and of course this was a hard item to ship, but it was good. This is another part of the stuff I got from Debbie. This is her, some of the stuff from her grandmother. I assume her grandmother probably made these because they would have these parties where they would sit and crochet and embroider and stuff. I've had this listed for a while, sold for $15 plus shipping. This is a shelf cover and pot holders. So these two pot holders fit inside that basket as the pot holder and hangs on the wall, and then that's a shelf cover with the little ruffles on the edge. Sold this print. I've had this, again, this one's a long time print. I think I picked this up at the bins early on when I started going to the bins years ago. So that sold for $20 plus shipping. Oh, this was a fun one. I found these at the bins. They're blow-up plastic furniture for kids. And when I got them home, I found that there are a few seams that had come unglued. They held air, but they came unglued. So I threw them out here. They're quite heavy, but they did sell, and the person who got them subsequently fixed them, the seams, sent me pictures of how they fixed the seams, and then they are actually using them for doll furniture, which I thought was pretty cool too. So that was a good deal. I was excited about that. $25 plus shipping for those. This was a vintage hanky. Again, I found this, I'm pretty sure at the bins. Snowmass hanky, and this one, again, I sent out an offer. I think I sent the offer for $9.99. So for $10 we sold this. Found this at a garage sale this summer, this wonderful Snoopy shirt. And again, this one I sent an offer for $15, and they accepted the $15 offer. Found this vintage Pyrex percolator just last week at the bins. 49 cents I paid for it. These things I do extremely well with. I know sometimes they can be worth quite a bit, but it's the 9 cup that is worth a lot of money. The 4 to 6 cup percolator like this is a $35 to $50 item, and I wanted a quick turnaround on it, and I got it. So for $35, sold within a day, and we're good. Actually to a local Minnesotan here, so that was cool. This is another one of the items from Debbie's family. It was a portable fishing rod. So it's collapsible and fits in this little box, plus it had this box of lures. Let me see. Yeah, here's the box of lures, which I think there were some missing, but yeah, so that was a great deal. This is my big item that I was super nervous about shipping. It's this beautiful ornate mirror. Picked it up at a garage sale this summer for $10. Incredible deal, hand carved. You can see it's just extremely detailed, gold gilding on it, just beautiful. In excellent condition overall. And so, yeah. There is some writing. I think it may be in Italian. There's some pencil writing on there, but it's really hard to read. This looks like 20,000. No idea what that means, but I accepted I sent an offer of $400 and free shipping on this. And I did free shipping because I wanted to be able to control the shipping costs. So I allowed $100 on my pricing to ship it. And fortunately, it only cost me like $80. So I actually made a little money on the shipping by doing it this way. And I packaged it in such a way that it was kind of like in its own little carrier that then fit into the box. So, because the big thing with these is you don't want them to move. You want them to be secure. And it was delivered, and I've not heard anything since then about it being broken or anything. So I think we're good. Although they do have some time to contact me, but usually when something's broken, right, you hear immediately. Here's this Tupperware set I picked up at the bins last week. And when I got it home, I said that, and in my video, I said that the brown one was cracked. Well, when I took them apart, it was actually not just cracked, it was completely broken. The whole thing just shattered like a piece of glass when I took off the others because the brown ones was on the bottom. But I thought, you know what? It's still brand new. These things have never been used. Wonderful condition. 3 of them have lids. So I threw them out there, and sure enough, they sold for $20 plus shipping really quickly. And then the last items, I just picked these up this week at the bins. Listed them right away, these 2 egg cups. They're Delft, and they're small ones. And again, these are the kind of things that the price varies so much you don't have any idea as to how to price them. So I use my method of pricing on these things, which is, okay, I'm paying, in this case, I think I paid like 40 cents a cup. All right. So then I want to at least 10 times my money, which would be $4 each. That's $8. But I knew that was too cheap. So then I doubled that, and that's how I got to 16, which again, they sold within 2 days for $16 plus shipping. So that method works for me. You know, especially on smaller items, sometimes it's harder because you're not paying very much at the bins. On larger items, it works, you know, my method of looking at, okay, if I do 10 times what it cost me, you know, is that a reasonable price to sell it at? Yes or no? And then I kind of go from there. Especially when you have prices that vary so much, which it can on some items for whatever reason. I'm not exactly sure, but again, I'm not out for maximum dollar. I'm out to move merchandise quickly, you know, and still make a profit, which I'm doing really well on these items. So anyway, that's just a quick update on what's sold recently. I do plan on doing a best sales of the year video. It'll probably come out the week after Christmas, just to show you what I felt were my best sales, not necessarily the highest, although the highest will be in there, but also, you know, my favorite sales and stuff like that. So hopefully be a little fun little video. But anyway, great seeing you guys. We'll catch you next time.